Okay. Before we start, free speech, right?
Uh-huh.
So we're allowed to say this.
Yeah.
But basically, from the years 2015 to 2018, we were in a cult. We were not in a cult, but we were in a dance studio. That was definitely something else. And took a lot for us to get on here and talk about.
It's definitely a lot of
blood, sweat, and tears, am I right?
Yeah.
But basically, I was thinking, with the girls, I'm vlogging today. I want to make a video, but we were like, what are we gonna do? But then, I joked, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if we made a video, like, exposing our dance studio and all? But I was like, we're not gonna do that. I'm not trying to get sued. But then, y'all were like, I might not get sued for this, right?
I don't think we don't have to disclose where it was.
Right.
So.
And even, okay. This is just our experience. Okay?
Yeah. This is not everybody else's experience.
Exactly.
It's just ours.
This is not fact.
It's fiction.
It's so let's
Where do we even begin?
Let's talk about the money situation. It went like in many ways. First of all, the studio was not making a lot of money. You want to know why? Because we all sucked.
Yeah.
We were bad dancers.
So
Nobody
went
to
go see. Yeah, the only people who would go to see the shows were like the parents
exactly.
of like, the dancers.
Like, I'm admitting that I was a bad dancer.
We weren't bad though, but
we were not great.
Also, like they didn't have like classic. It wasn't like classically trained. It's basically just like a. Yeah, we weren't trained properly.
It was like theater, like local theater. Like you don't,
but you do movement with
right.
it.
You're not doing acting classes. Mm-hmm. You're just in shows.
Yeah, so like they didn't really teach us how to act. Like once in a while they would have like little like workshops on like how to act. Like,
and boot camps.
Yeah, and boot camps. Oh my god, boot camps were crazy. Mm-hmm. But like no, like I don't know. So like nobody knew how to act. So everyone was either like not acting at all, like some people,
or overacting,
like some other people. like
any fight scene. But that was me. That was literally me. Hold on. I have such bad breathing today. Hold on. In one of the shows that I did, Romeo and Juliet, there was a fight scene. And in the video, I'm literally going crazy. I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm going crazy. But, the company didn't make a lot of money. And therefore, sometimes you need money. So, it just... Hold on, I gotta breathe. Sometimes, when you need money, you gotta do what you gotta do. And if that is nepotism, then that's nepotism.
Also, the director of the company would literally blame the dancers for them being like $8,000 in debt.
No, let's talk about.
And it's like we can't afford rent to the studio,
and you guys want to have a party.
Like
what party are you talking about?
You guys want no, they're like we can't have a gala because blah 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 blah. Like nobody sees our shows. No, we don't. We're not getting money. We can't afford rent.
We'll get into the whole fact that we were doing marketing for them as like 7-year-olds, but let's talk about the fact. Okay, listen, we're not saying this happened. But a lot of us, even the ones who were getting this quote-unquote special treatment, agreed and, testified. Remember, our 2 friends from before?
Yeah.
They admitted that there was something there. And then I was talking to, the one that went to your school that we were kind of friends with who was older than us.
Yeah.
She was telling me that they had
Who?
other group.
Oh, I know.
They had the other group had a sleepover, and the main girl, she was my idol. She was like, "Do you guys think I only get roles because I have connection? Because my whatever."
Yeah.
And they were like, "No," but a lot of them secretly thought. One of them did say yes. Really? The one that I had a dream of today. The one that is friends with her.
Oh.
But basically, it came to our attention that, you know, it just kind of seemed like the more money your parent had, the more money they donated to the company.
Yeah, and the better roles you get.
The better roles you would get. Because it's like, although there were some one-offs, you know, there was some one-offs, but it just really seemed like the more money your parent gave and the more your parents, like, volunteered and all that, the better roles you got. And it makes sense, because if you're in debt and you're getting donations, you want to keep those dancers. Yeah. So you're going to kind of prioritize them.
And then they put everyone else in the garbage, like, literally. And, oh my, like, the costumes we got. So bad! Like, bro. Not all of them were bad, but I swear to God, I was like, okay, first of all, like, I don't know what happened in the last show that I did, but one of my costumes, like, just was, like, off on stage. I had to, like, good thing I wore a bodysuit, because it just didn't fit me, and she didn't even care to, like, fix it.
Talk about the material it was made from, how it literally gave girls cuts.
Yeah!
And this for it.
It was, so we were playing, like, what were we playing? Like, what was our role? I don't know. I don't even know
like
what we were.
Viking girls.
Yes! We were Viking girls, and we were, like, wearing armor or something, like, some sort of armor. It was, like, sharp plastic.
So, it was literally, bottle plastic with duct tape? Was that what it was?
I don't even know. No, it's like some of us had tinfoil, because I remember you posted on your Finsta, and a random person who doesn't, like, are you wearing tinfoil? And you said yes, because we were. But anyway, so they cut, like, square plastics, like, just random square pieces of plastics, and would glue it on a corset, and they, like,
it was sharp, and it scratched us,
and it didn't, like, match, like, our body shape, so it would like, they didn't cut it or do anything, they just glued it on and be like, there you go. So we literally got cuts, like, here, and like, they bled.
So we obviously got yelled at for complaining about those costumes, you know, but the reason it's so funny is because I've now worked in, like, professional settings for, like, acting before, and it's like, just last week, I did headshots with a really professional photographer. She was so professional. She was so kind. Anything, like, I was just standing there, like, posing, right? Like, no problems. And she was like, are you okay? Like, I don't want to, like, stress you out or anything. Like, are you good? Like,
see, that's how you, like, treat
treat your talent kindly. Sorry, I have bad asthma and I keep burping.
Take your time.
Like, you treat your talent with kindness, because at the end of the day, they're kind of like your customers in a way, because if you lose them, you're losing your business, you know? But, like, I worked on, like, another acting set for a mini-series in October, and, like, yes, you have quick changes. Yes, the costume lady is, like, she'll be direct with you. She'll want things to be quickly. But, like, if you're uncomfortable in something, done. You're not wearing that. Like, it's not even an option.
Whereas over there, they'd literally, like, get mad at us, be like, yo, you can't act like that in a professional setting. You will get, like, I don't know, like,
it's like,
they just blame us for everything, even though we didn't make costumes. They didn't even measure us. Like, I didn't even have a costume until, like, the day of the show. Like, we would do, like, video promos and, like, and, like...
We'll talk about the video.
Yeah, we would do, like, video promos and, like, picture days and stuff like that. And I wouldn't even have... Photo shoot. I didn't even have a costume. I had to, like, grab, like, a random thing, like, a random, like, fabric from the bin, and then just use that for the show, because she didn't make me a costume. Like...
Okay, listen. Yes, the company did not have a lot of money. So, it was really creative. It was a lot of DIY, you know? Like, tinfoil, plastic bottles, duct tape. It's creative. It's very creative. But it's not professional. And so why are we pushing this narrative that it's professional and you must act professionally.
Literally,
you know?
and then when you watch got a show full of 6-year-olds, like when I watch the show back, it's just a recital, like.
But everyone is bad. Like maybe there are 2 good people, but like it's bad, you know. And it's like, it's at the end of the day, it's local theater, you know. It's like it's not supposed to be taken extremely seriously.
But I thought when I was like in it, like as a kid,
was like serious,
right?
Yeah. It was, you would put it in your Instagram bio.
No, I know, literally.
And it's like you would tell people where you go, and they're like,
what is that? Yeah, I feel so awkward every time.
It's like, guys, it's like a different dance studio. Like you've never heard of it. Anyways. So yeah, it just seemed like the more money you had, the better roles you got. And in my opinion, so there were some dancers who had been trained elsewhere, like these 2. These 2 were very flexible. These 2 had like years of ballet training under their belt. What was the furthest that we've ever gone? Lead chorus. Yeah. First group chorus, you know?
I didn't even snowflakes. Anything.
Snowflakes. I mean, honestly, like, being a snowflake was really iconic. Like, if you're a snowflake, it's pretty iconic, but...
I was like a snowflake in every show.
Which is really good, but like...
Even like the summer shows. Like, I happen to be a snowflake.
Summer shows?
Yeah, like Snow Queen.
Oh, I thought you meant like summer shows.
Oh, no.
Remember we did that summer dance...
The choreography workshop?
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Aww.
Anyways.
Not us, like, having a
cute moment. Everybody's... Hold on, it's so hard to breathe. Okay.
It's okay. Like, we get blamed for, like, literal, like... So we didn't pay for air conditioning. One of the dancers literally passed out, fainted from heat exhaustion.
And, like, we got in trouble for, like, making a big deal out of it.
And then they're also mad. They're like, well, why didn't you say... Like, why couldn't you just sit down? Like... Whoa. Also, the fact that they're a dance studio, first of all, I think it's common sense to have air conditioning. Yeah. If you don't have air conditioning...
It's like a gym.
No, literally. If you don't have air conditioning, though, buy one of those big fans.
Yeah.
What do they have? One of those tiny little
oscillating,
fans. Like, for a whole dance studio with, like, 50 plus people.
Right. And you know what? Yes, we got some special things. Like, we got the end of the year gala. We got, like, pizza occasionally from... the marketing missions we went on. But, like, realistically, we could have done without that stuff if it meant... Like, if they sat us down and told us, like, we're gonna get an air conditioner, but that means, like, we're gonna cut down on, like, food costs. Like, we can't give you guys food anymore. Like, no problem. No problem. You can have that. There was that one time where they proposed, like, not everyone is going to... If, like, the next show, not everyone's going to get in, you know?
Yeah. Because there was at one point, there was way too many people. I feel like after we left, it started to die down.
The year we left was the year half of the
company that left.
There had already been people who were there for almost a decade. So then the next decade was, like, me and the people that I grew up with over there. And by the time it was, like, the last year that we left, everything just, like, got so bad. And we'll get into that after I breathe.
Every time we do a video shoot, it was so cold. Like, and we do it outside every time. Like, I know, like, that's not really that bad, but, like, literally, like...
It was bad.
We had, like, we had to dance, like, we had to dance on, like, the frozen floor, like, the frozen ground, and, like...
What was it, like 7 to 12 degrees outside in, like, corsets or whatever.
And, like, with no shoes on.
Like, literally, I had one video shoot where we were in a forest dancing barefoot on the mud and stick ground, you know?
Ew.
And it was like, oh my gosh, like, just blank, blank, blank things, you know? Like...
And, like, my feet turned purple.
But it's like, no, that is not a professional setting. You will never have
from the cold
dancers or actors in, like, conditions where you're barefoot in a forest, you know?
Not to mention that my jazz shoes literally got ruined in the mud.
Like, that's not professional. There's another thing that I will just say. I thought it was really interesting how, towards the end, our group kind of got hated on.
Yeah. Like, they bullied us out of the company.
That's, like, that's an exaggeration, but, like, we had a friend in our group who maybe to the public eye seemed a little bit too cool to be in our group, okay?
The public eye.
But then, did we really, just because this friend decided to sit with us at the end of the year gala,
literally everyone took a fit.
Everyone was like, what is this person doing sitting with them? And it was like, then the next morning, we got a text.
No, I think we reached out. And then
what did we say?
We said, like, oh, we don't like how, like, we were treated at the gala. And then she was like,
what was our examples, though?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, like, what we had to back up our...
Me neither.
Our bulliedness. And
then what did she say? Did she, like, blame it on us or something?
I think she
was like, well, I was looking forward to, like, sit with him at the gala.
Yeah.
You can, like, sit with him any other day. Like, shut up.
So basically this person, like, we reached out to this person saying, like, I don't remember what or why.
We're just kind of, like...
We just, like, felt like they were being mean.
Yeah.
And so we told one of the people in that group, and that person was like, well, you know, like, we were just really surprised that this person was sitting with you guys. Like, we thought they were going to sit with us. Like, this person can choose where to sit, and this person just chose to sit with us, you know? Like, it's not our fault that this person chose us. Like, you could have told this person. And even if this person was so much older than us, this person was almost an adult. This person has every right to sit wherever they want. They can, and they don't need to be held down by 8th graders,
like,
you know?
It's not our fault that, like, we're, like, the funnest group. Everybody else is, like, going, like we're, I don't know, we're just, like, the funnest group.
Remember, company. We got in trouble because we left out.
Oh, yeah! Wait, what?
Honestly, we sound like such bitches right now.
What even? I don't even get what happened. Like,
wait, did we? It wasn't us. It was the ex-friend.
Yeah.
Can you talk about it while I breathe?
Okay, so one time, I forget what we were. I don't even know. No, it's okay. So like we had a group or something, and like we called each other like sisters and stuff. And then somebody asked like, "Can I be a sister?" And then like. Not us, but another person that was in her group.
Right. Who we're not friends with anymore.
Like, she didn't, like, actually mean it. I think she was, like, joking, but, like, still. She was like, no. She's probably not joking, like, honestly.
Really?
Like, do you think...
That girl was... Oh, you know what? She deserves it for the way she treated them. And me sometimes, that I don't even remember.
No, I remember that one time, like... Remember that one time? Okay,
don't, though. No, keep it. Okay. Just don't say her name.
Okay, remember that one time when, like, we were, like... Okay, in the choreographer workshop 2017, when, like, you know how there was 2 dances, it was, like, the one with you and Pebble, and then, like, Thunder, okay, it was the Thunder one, and then the other one, the wolf
Running with the Wolves. The one that I got into.
Yeah. And then the other girl was so mad at you, because she wanted to be in that, and she was so mad that you
were in that one, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was so mad that you got in it, and she, like was so rude to you the whole day. And I just remember being like, what's going on? And you were like so upset. She's like, and you're like, I don't know. Like,
I don't remember this.
I don't know. Anyways.
But yeah, so that girl, who clearly was not the nicest person, said no to the girl, no, you can't be in our group. Yes, it's rude, but we did not say it. And then
our whole friend group got blamed for it.
Everyone in the group got shelled on.
We were like scolded at. And like we were like kindergartners.
And we were told like, that was not nice. You should not be saying that. Go apologize to her. So we apologized. Like
school. It's literally a dance group.
On her behalf. When it's like, your group was a bitch to us.
Literally.
Especially your best friend.
Oh my God.
Who was so rude. Did we ever, like, make you apologize on her behalf? No, but she was really mean. Okay, yeah, so we would do marketing for them. One day out of the season, we would get divided into groups, and
let me tell you, this is, like, one of my least favorite days. Like, it was always, like, the day of, like, the video shoot. No, the photo shoot.
Yeah.
And we had dance all day before this. And then we had to walk all around the city and put posters all over the thing.
We were made to, like, go into stores and businesses and ask them, can we promote our show in your building, as in put up the poster, which obviously is not a big deal, but it's like, it's just like interesting to like make 7-year-olds and like teenagers to go into businesses and ask to promote the show, you know?
Yeah, it's weird.
It's cute. It's very socialistic. It's giving, you know, socialism. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we did a lot for that company. We would be assigned to like clean the studios after dance.
Yeah, and also like the thing is, we all have to get volunteer hours. Which why?
I forgot about that.
And then like the parents had to volunteer too. And then if you don't volunteer,
you have to pay like a fee.
So my mom would be like, she obviously works a full-time job. She'd literally be like stressing out about the volunteer hours. Me too. My mom's like an artist. She like painted on sets and costumes and stuff. And sometimes like they wouldn't use it, or like they would like say it's not good or something like that, and then like she would feel like
rude.
She'd feel like she did a bad job, and then when they did it was like way worse. Like also like, do you remember like when other parents got parents got mad
to your mom,
and then my mom had to sit in the corner for the whole show week?
That was so rude. But yeah, it's like the fact that we had to stress over volunteer hours and we had to have our parents involved. If not, they had to pay a fee. Like
poor parents, like
I'm sorry, but if you cannot support a company,
then don't do it.
Then don't do it, or do make those cuts. Like, if you can't make costumes for like 50 people plus, then only audition the certain people. What's the worst that could happen? They're gonna get sad. What are they gonna do? Come and vandalize the building? No.
Right.
Like, you're gonna move on. You're gonna go somewhere else, you know?
And that's how the real world works, too. Like, exactly.
You audition. If you don't get it, you move on.
They probably, like, you know what?
I wonder why the shows are so bad. Everyone makes it in.
Yeah, no, because, like, they need the money from all the people. Like, for all the parents, they need the money.
Exactly.
Because, like, that's... Why else would they, like, not include... Why else would they, like, literally include, like, the worst dancers ever and make their show look bad?
Yeah.
It's because they need everybody's money.
I'm trying to remember, like, my worst moments there.
When you like, were dancing literally all day, and so you didn't do this warm-ups for the second time.
Oh! This is the
because you were literally dancing all day.
This is the reason
you were already warmed up.
I was not whatsoever upset or even sad to leave. I made my decision to leave in May or June?
I think it was like April,
May of 2018, and the show that we were doing was in June.
But didn't you do the summer show?
Yes. However, I did sign up to do like the summer 2-week intensive, okay? I was so fed up with being there. First of all, I was being made to dance with my ex-best friend. Obviously, like, why would they know that we're not friends anymore? But first of all, I had to like see my freshly ex-best friend, like, it's only been, like, 2 months since we, like, ended, and this was, like, my first, like, I always say, like, this was my first love, but, like, the best friend for first love, like, the first best friend that you ever click with, you know? I was being made to dance with her, and none of my other friends did the show, like, no one else was there. So I was alone, and I didn't want to, like, I didn't have fun with anyone, and... Like,
wait, I thought some people did it. Like, I thought, like,
the two? I thought they did. I think
and then the older girl did do it, too, remember?
I think I did have friends there, but we were not in the same dances. We were never there together. And, like, I had been dancing. I was supposed to be there for 9 hours.
That's
dances
crazy.
For 3 hours. 3 hours for one dance, 3 hours for another dance, 3 hours for another dance. Thank you for reminding me for this. This is... And then we're going to talk about the fact that she got so mad at you guys for being in the show at school.
Oh, that's so stupid.
And with the other girl, how she threatened to take away her leave.
Oh my god.
So what happened was that I had stretched in the morning. I think I stretched in the afternoon. I can't remember. But I had already stretched. I had already been dancing for 6 hours,
You were literally
right?
taking the first break you could.
Yeah. Like. And then... Like, everyone else who came, because the last 3 hours of the day were meant for everyone for the final dance, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yeah, I had already danced. I had already stretched. So, I decided to skip out on group stretch, right? Because I already danced and I already stretched, you know? Like, am I going to do that for a third time? No.
Why would you?
So I decided to skip out on group stretch because, like, a lot of people did that. Like, why would you do that?
Didn't you, like, I remember we used to do that too. Like when we were already stretched. Like,
we did.
I swear I remember doing that.
But when would we be doing that for? Like,
maybe not. Do you remember? Wait. Time out. Do you remember I'd just be late every single class? I stopped.
And y'all lived close.
I literally stopped. We'd leave like after it started. Like we'd leave the house. Like say we had to be there at 9. We'd leave at like 9:05. And they would call us like every week. Like, are you coming?
Hold on.
Why is it like? I was like I was like no show. Like they're acting like I no show to like my job.
So yeah, I skipped out on group warm up. Thanks, Peb.
No problem, Mo.
And like in the last 5 minutes of group warm up, and there was another girl with me there who had also been there all day long, you know. And then the artistic director, the leader, the director of the company,
cult leader. No, like
yes, yeah. So the director comes to the back room where we're just sitting, and she yells.
She actually yells.
She had in my like 10 years there, she had never yelled at me. Okay,
aww.
There was no reason to yell at me. I was a good kid. She yells at me, and the other girl, she's like, why are you guys here? Because I had already stretched today. So what? There are other people out there who had already stretched today. Okay? You are not supposed to be back here. You know you're supposed to be out here.
Oh my God.
There are people who have been working all day and you do not get a break if they're not getting a break.
You're there for 9 hours. Like, she didn't, like, you need a break. Like,
why?
Did she expect you to be, like, dancing for 9 hours straight?
It's a professional company. Why are you back here? Because I had a break. Get out there now.
Oh my God.
Obviously, I started to cry, but I had to hold it in. Because first of all, I hated my life, and I was not going to show anyone that I was, like, being sad. I was like, I'll be tough right now. So I go out, finish stretch, and then we're learning the finale. And guess what? Everyone's having a happy time. And then the director's like, okay, you and my ex-best friend, you're going to be, like, holding each other and, like, dancing together. Really fun. Love that. So, then, after that, I had no problem leaving the company. Absolutely no problem. Like on the last day, y'all came. We said bye.
We're like, bye.
I didn't come to the cast party after that.
There was a cast party?
I think so. I didn't come to any of the group hangouts after that. I
left.
I think. I mean, like, you know, after a show, like, y'all go out to the restaurant or whatever. Yeah. I left. And I never stepped foot there again. There were times when I thought, when they did the movie, when they were doing the movie, I thought, oh, maybe I should come back and, like, do the movie, because that would be, like, really fun and, like, good for me, but no. I was not gonna do that. But yeah, I want to talk about the time that you guys were doing a show at school. Oh, and it was, like, life or death for this woman.
So we, like, obviously went to school while being in the dance company.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So, like, dance moms, where you actually are dancing professionally and have to leave school.
So, yes, we did the school play at our school, and, you know, so, like, 2 shows at one time is a little bit hectic.
And Hairspray they did Hairspray. And
there's a lot of rehearsals. There's a lot of things.
And it was a great show.
It was a heavy dancing show because it's literally about, like, dance, like, but
it's a musical.
Yeah. Anyway, so sometimes we'd have to be a little bit late for practice.
We'd walk in, it would still be warming up. Like,
yeah,
but like, and you had already warmed up.
No, literally.
But I guess the problem.
Yeah, so we'd be at school dancing, and then we'd come back to the cult place.
Studio.
Yeah, we go back to the studio right after school, right after we were dancing for like so long. Because not only did I have like the play rehearsal after school, I did like multiple dance classes in school. So
yeah, because we also were in the dance program after school. So
we were warmed up. So then after we're all like dead tired, but we're warmed up from school, we show up and they're still warming up. We text her. We text the director every time that we're going to be a few minutes late. We text her, we're going to be a few minutes late. We're going to be a few minutes late. I hope this is okay. We're already warmed up. We'll just, like, join. Like, I think that's okay. Like, is it not okay? And what did she say to us?
I don't remember. She said some snarky remark.
She's like, oh, you guys showed up. Or, like, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she, in front of everybody.
She did say something like that.
Mm-hmm. Like, stupid.
But, like, the lead, who was our friend at the time of the show in 2018, was also in Hairspray.
Oh yeah,
and she got threatened to take away her role because she was late.
Remember when she was like having a whole breakdown? Yeah, because like the director kept
Culty.
Like remember, like she was like getting mad at her. I forget exactly what was happening, but remember she was like crying and everything. I think did she have to miss a rehearsal or something? Like, and it was the end of the world because she had to miss one rehearsal. Yeah, I don't really know.
And like, I get it if you can't commit to the lead role, like it's a big deal. But not when it's a local theater group.
And it's not like she had to miss every single little rehearsal. Like, it's just because the director didn't like. That we had other like priorities. Mm-hmm. And she literally said, "You can't have, and this must be your top priority. You can't have any other priorities." She said that.
Like some people had like graduations or like grade 8 grads. I remember like it was a really big deal when we were when I was in Romeo and Juliet for like the people who were a year older than me, and it was just like, Oh, my ex-best friend, I hope I don't get this story wrong, but she had her sister's, what do you call, like, when the Christian child gets, like,
the first communion?
Yes. She had a first communion, and she was going to miss dance for it, and the dance teacher, who, it's like you think you have a pass because you're a really good person, you're a really good kid, you, like, the dance director doesn't seem to hate you, but I remember, like, she told me that she gave her a really tough time.
Really?
Over, like, getting out of dance for, like, a day to go to her sister's communion. Like, she was not nice at all about it, if I remember correctly.
What?
It literally haunts me to this day. Like, I literally get nightmares of, like, when it was, like, Saturday, and at the end of rehearsal, like, everyone would show their dances, like, the horror of not remembering.
No, that's me every week. I just did not care. I just, like, I would go on stage, and, like, I just, like, I did not
There
care
was a dance that you didn't even know. No, River. You never knew River.
I didn't even know that dance on stage, like, on the show.
See it, but it's so fun.
Yeah, because we were under a sheet, so I did not care to learn it.
But, like, literally the horror of getting up to perform in front of everyone. Like, all the dances you've learned up until that point. And it was like, if there were dances that you learned, like, 3 weeks ago, it's like you didn't know.
Yeah. Also, you know what I just randomly thought of? I would have dances like when we had to show in front of everybody. I'd be like, please don't be this dance. Please don't be this. It would be like for something like a lift that I don't want to do, or like something like that. Like, I don't really know how to explain it.
I remember your lift.
It never worked out every time. Like, they should have just taken it out of the show.
But yeah, like, guys, we would learn dances like 2 months before. And, like, it literally still haunts me in my dreams. And then we would go up and nobody
then she'd be looking at us like you didn't even practice. Like she'd give us the look of shame.
No, like the room would go silent. The room would go. I feel like it's sideways. The room would go silent, and she would tell us, "You had 3 hours to practice."
We were literally learning another dance. Like,
Also, why did she expect like 14-year-olds with friends to like practice for 3 hours without like supervision? Like,
I'm like, we literally just sing with spears at 14.
like say for you in a fight, like stab each other. Like you can't just like give like us weapons like that.
No, but like shout out to the people
Who actually practice.
No,
In the back. Who are the people who actually like? Okay, come on now.
there were actually people who would practice.
Yeah, like the flames.
Shout out to the people, because we had some like war dances. People who had to like die on stage.
And like make sound effects.
Shout out to y'all
Who like, put their dedication to
for getting
scream like that.
stabbed and like who died on stage.
Imagine watching that. Like, I want to watch it.
Then yeah, we'll watch the show tonight.
Yeah.
We'll just remember like trying so hard not to laugh when you would get up to do a dance that you know none of the people in your group know. And you're just gonna stand around until somebody turns off the music. Because it's like,
That was so funny.
I don't know. But yeah,
They always
chose the same people
Yeah, mhm.
over. Like, literally, parents knew it. My mom could
My
see
mom
it.
knew it too.
It's
same.
like, it's always the same people on stage. And that's why my dad never came to my shows, because it was like, he came to see me, and I would only be in like 4 dances. So it's like, he doesn't want to go show up for someone else's kid who doesn't know, you know? It had some good music, though. Like, the music choices at that company were quite iconic. Very iconic.
Some were a little interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
What even is that?
that's, who would make a song that sounds like that? That's like a bad song.
I wonder, like, what she was on while
trying.
This is a
choose
good
it, yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Remember how rude she was when she was teaching
Yeah.
that group dance? The one that you were late to in the
Oh,
the
yeah.
show. Remember, you're
Yeah,
just
which
like, you're just jumping up to come next to me.
I thought you were talking
that
about the director, but
I know, I
No,
know.
her. She was
Yeah.
so mean.
Right? Why was she so mean?
I don't know.
Like, was she just trying to be like was she trying to like seem professional? Because she was just rude.
Wait, why do we think that's so funny? Why would we think that's part of the song is so funny?
I would be sitting in my grade 9 science class thinking of them saying that during the dance.
And just start laughing.
Yes.
Remember that one time when like you envisioned me hitting you and then you I was like, why'd you do that?
Remember on the first time we had the group sleepover and I really had to go to the bathroom and I just like
You
didn't.
just go. We're in Studio X and we just go outside. You just go outside and then come back.
I know. Yeah, let's just hint at the fact that we also like made up a whole side plot to the shows that we were in. Reoccurring characters. I was involved in a lesbian incest character situation.
When the guy, that's what she said. When the guy fell from the ceiling. Do you remember that? Were you there when that happened?
What?
You didn't know? The guy fell through the ceiling and landed in the bathroom. I saw it happen.
Who?
Some random dude. Like he was like
It was
he just fell through the ceiling.
Into the bathroom?
yeah.
When was this?
Like, it was for a Christmas show, I think. Christmas Carol,
I
maybe?
don't remember this.
One time, my dad went to go because he had to like fix the ceiling because he fell through it. Somebody fell through it. Somebody was there.
Conti.
The director was there.
Conti.
And it was just me, Rhea, my dad, and the director. And then my dad was looking in the bathroom. He's like, "Oh, this paint job's horrible." And she was like, "I painted that." Did I ever tell you that?
No, you didn't. I remember your dad worked at the snack bar once,
Oh,
and
yeah,
he just gave out. I didn't know he
I
fell
remember
through
the
the
hate comment.
Oh my gosh.
It's deleted, but the apology is up. There's an apology.
on our X studio's YouTube channel.
Because
there was a hate comment, and it was hilarious.
It was like, the only good thing about this is the music.
And then our choreographer for that dance was like, excuse me, like, these are children. Like, they're not professionally trained.
Yeah, there's like 30-year-olds like on stage dancing.
But like, that hate comment wasn't too far from the truth. I was a dancer on that stage, and I agree with her. I bet you, if I never left the company, I would still be in lead chorus group.
Yeah,
I would have never been given the chance to have some kind of lead.
One time, did I ever say this yet? That one time when like the director went for vacation, on Cuba. Okay, she was to Cuba, and then everyone was like, "Yes."
No, but no one's gonna understand how funny this was.
No, listen, just listen though. Okay, so she was on vacation for the whole week. Okay, I think it was a Monday or a Tuesday. Everyone's like, yes, like, she's not here, like, period. And everyone, literally, whoever wasn't in the studio learning to dance, like, the whole company, I swear, was literally there.
Everyone was just there.
We were literally
partying.
Yeah, we were just talking, and normally, okay, that sounds fine if we're just talking, if we're not being taught to dance. But she was so strict about if you're not, like, dancing
learning
in the
dance,
studio, you have to rehearse, you have to be practicing, you cannot just be sitting and talking. So, it was funny because we're all like, oh, she's not here. Right. And then one of, I think it's Rhea, that says...
She did.
Yeah, she was like, she's gonna walk in right now. She's at Cuba right now, but she's gonna walk in anyway.
Right away.
No, because you were just like, it would be so, like, how crazy would it be if she just walked in?
And then literally, right? Oh, wait. When she said that, she walks in.
And the room goes...
Except we laughed so hard.
You got people who are probably like, what's it called? Practicing cartwheels in the corner. You got people like knitting. You got people doing their homework. You got people like laughing like crazy.
Oh, remember? Would I bring my homework there?
Why would I do their homework?
Why would I bring my homework?
I would bring my homework. Big eyes. Literally, it's like your parents are away for the weekend, and it's like one of those American movies, and you and your siblings
come back.
Yeah, you decide to throw a huge party, and the parents walk in, and you're like, that's exactly what it was like.
And she was furious. She was like, you guys should be practicing right now.
And it happened twice.
Twice? Oh, that one time when she walked in when we were doing aerials.
But like, I managed to like sneak out of that room so I wouldn't get yelled at. Picture this. You go to your local park, okay?
You see people role playing as Vikings.
And they're like filming something, but it's children that look like they're cosplaying in DIY Viking clothes. Although it was a crazy experience, if I was 7 to 14, 15 again, I would do it all over again. Those were very, like, crazy times, but they were so amazing. And when you're in the studio, it's really iconic.
Yeah.
Like, it's a different feeling when you're in it, you know? When you're in it, it feels like something great. And that's why a lot of people have an amazing time at this company.
It's a good, like, social aspect. Like,
yeah. I made my best friends from there, you know?
Me too.
And when we were in it, I had my best friends in it, you know? Like,
I can't believe we literally saw each other like 3+ times a week.
That was like a crazy time.
That's crazy.
But like, when you're in it, it's like, it really is super important to you, and like, you really do feel like you're part of this company, and like, whatever's happening, it's like, you come to dance and you take it out there. It's just, it got to a point where we didn't feel like we were a part of it anymore.
No.
We felt like we weren't wanted, or we didn't feel the same.
Really hated it there.
Yeah, like,
I remember I was like counting down the days until it was done.
Exactly.
Because I was like, I can't do this anymore.
It's like, you feel like you're a part of them, and like, you're like a big family or whatever. But then it just got to a point where, you know, people didn't really like us, or we just felt really disrespected or like unseen, because, you know, it got to a point where it was like, you know what, I've been here for like 8 or 9 years. You've put people who just showed up, people who are at the same dance level as me, as a lead, it's like, do I really have a future here? Probably not. I feel like all this company ever does is fight or make people feel guilty.
Literally.
Or no one is just like connected anymore. Everyone is just like all over the place. You just don't feel like it's a family anymore. And you feel like you don't want to be there and you're unwanted. So, we just decided that was it. Like, literally our whole friend group, except one girl, left. I know we just shat on this company for an hour. But at that company, I made my best friends. And, like, we had some of the funniest experiences of our lives at that company.
Experiences what I always just randomly think about.
Mm-hmm. Like, there will not be a time where when I come over that I don't want to watch the shows again.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Like, we're going to be watching these shows until we die, Like, even though, like, there was, like, bad stuff in our eyes, at the end of the day, people do find family, friends, community, love, art in this company. You know, there are people where this company really changes their lives and it, like, it helps them so much and they love it. But for us, we had that at a point and then things changed and we just didn't feel like, because in our last show, all it ever was just fighting and yelling, like it was not joyful anymore, If someone in our group was being mean to someone else, the whole group had to apologize on their behalf. When it's like, the person who's making us apologize comes from a group who's not nice to us.
Exactly. Right. Come on.
What is this? What is this about? And every time I smell hairspray, I just get reminded of the makeup room at 7 a.m.
Being so tired, just in front of the.
But you're like there with your best friends, and you're sitting on the couch and like you're waiting in line to get your makeup done.
That couch was. Remember when everybody would be sitting on piled on that couch, and then Power Circle.
The rocks that we would pass around.
Do you still have yours? No, I don't. I threw them all away.
Jonas lost them, I think. But I did keep them. Yeah. And if you dropped it, you were not allowed to pick it up.
Yeah, like what was that?
I don't know.
I was scared.
Oh, you know what? If I think about it, it's like I really had such beautiful memories at that place. Like just like picture it, you guys. Close your eyes. No peeking. Close your eyes and picture it's like the winter show. It's December, it's cold outside. Aww. It's the Power Circle, and you just hear like announcements over the phone saying like 15 minutes till opening, and it's like, oh, everybody's getting ready, Aww. It's really sweet. Like, Pablo, you can open your eyes. It was great. The thing about this company was like, it was everything,
Yeah.
It was tears of joy. It was tears of happiness.
Tears of anger.
Blood.
Sweat, tears.
Bruises. Friendship building. Friendship breaking. Yeah. Couples getting together. Couples breaking up, Like, it was everything. It was like seeing like the older girls that like doing bad things and you're like, oh my gosh, like I get to hang with them. And it's like become like being role models for little kids too. Like it was everything. And honestly, that company taught me to be really professional when it comes to acting because there are people in my program at school who are such divas.
Really?
And you can tell that they were never made to clean their studio after class. You can tell that they were never made to market for someone else's company at 7 years old. And you can tell that they were never made to wear extremely painful costumes that causes like scratches and not allowed to complain about it. Like you can tell. And this company really made me understand like discipline when it comes to like how you act in a professional acting or entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Or setting. Environment. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna have to like write like in the title or description, please watch till the end so we don't get canceled, like so people don't think we're like bad people, Because, like, at the end of this day, like, my life would have been so boring if I never went to this company.
Me too. We wouldn't have met.
I would have never met my best friends. I would have never had, like, really core memories of, like, for example, me and you and her, not, like, the ex-friend, running down the hill, thinking that we're getting chased by coyotes in 7 degrees.
It wasn't with... It was with...
No, it was... Well, we're not friends with her.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
In plastic corsets.
That wasn't coyotes, right?
We still don't know to this day. Sometimes we do think it's coyotes, sometimes it's not. If you look in the video, we can't tell. But it's like we were just sitting, and then all of a sudden we see these animals thinking it's coyotes.
That was
and we're
so
running
funny.
down the hill.
It's deers. Wait, where are they?
Deers?
Where are they?
They're right there.
Oh my god, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Guys, I think those are coyotes. I'm not even joking, they're coyotes.
Those are deer.
Oh my god, deers. What if it's like a kangaroo? Oh my god.
Those are coyotes.
Those are freaking guys. Those are coyotes. Oh my god, guys. Get the blanket. Ladies, let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're running up the hill.
No, like, I was like trying to change too, like. Remember?
Yeah, someone was changing.
The fact that we just changed them, like,
Yeah.
we just changed in the openness of the public park.
Also, it's like, now that I realize, like, this is really much of a dance culture thing, but, like, I was, like, changing in front of guys, like, and it's different when you're a dancer, because it's like, I would never change in front of actual guys, but it's just crazy to think about me, like, full bra in front of a guy, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just like, he's not looking at me, we're literally, like, fighting for our lives, trying to make it on stage,
yeah,
you
like
know?
when we do like changes like at the like the final dress rehearsal at the studio.
At the studio.
When we weren't in
You're, like,
dressing
in the
rooms.
back, just, like,
Changing.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching. We would be nothing. We would not know each other. We would not have a friendship of 8 years
Exactly.
without this company, you know? So, like, if anyone's watching this, if someone finds out who we're talking about, if there's, like, the 1% chance that someone else sees this, don't go sending hate to them. And, like, don't let this discourage you from joining that company, because, like I said, it didn't work for us in the end. It worked for me for 8 years, but then it just got bad, you know? So, that is our story. Bye.